Tabs, as you know, are the stop positions that one can define along the ruler to format columnar text in an informal manner. Tabs can be defined to have left, right, centered, decimal text and can also have leading dotted lines. You can use Word's default hidden left-aligned tab stops, which are placed 0.5 inches apart. Or you can define your own tab stops with the desired alignment. To use your own defined tabs, you need to position the insertion point where you wish to set tabs. Select the tab alignment type by clicking on the Tab Definer button at the left of the ruler. Click on the ruler at the locations where you wish to put the tab stops. Use the Tab key to move to the tab stop. Type in the text or place the object at the tab stop. Use the Tab key again to move to the next tab stop. You can also set, change or clear the tab stops by using the Tabs dialog box. To customize tabs, you need to select Format Tabs to open the tab dialog box. The Clear All button lets you clear all the tab stop positions. The Clear button is used to clear specific tab stops by typing its position in the tab stop position box and then clicking on Clear. The Leader section lets you choose the kind of leader lines you want: dotted, dashed, simple line or none. You make your selections and click on OK, or press Enter to apply the tab formatting. Here is a review on how to use columns. Columns can be set differently for different pages as well as for the same page. You can create parallel columns, newspaper type columns or uneven columns. Here is a sample document of 2 pages with each page having different column formatting. To view columns while working, you need to be in the Print Layout view. Select View, Print Layout. To apply column formatting on existing text, you need to select the text to be formatted into columns. Select Format, Columns. In the Presets portion, click on the required number of columns. If the selected text is a part of the document, ensure that the Apply To box indicates selected text. Click on OK. You can also customize columns. Select Format, Columns to open the Columns dialog box. You can add a line between the column by marking a tick against the line between. You can increase the number of columns by using the increment arrow next to number of columns. You can define the column width and spacing or place a tick on equal column width if you wish that all columns remain the same width. Make your selection and click on OK. You can also change the column width from the ruler by simply dragging the column header icons to the left or right. The column dialog box can also be invoked from within a column format. Place the insertion point within the multi-columns section. Double-click the column's header icon displayed on the ruler. The columns dialog box opens out. The column format automatically inserts soft column breaks. The text that has been formatted into multi-columns automatically flows within the section. You can manually insert hard column breaks. To insert hard column breaks, you need to locate the insertion point at the beginning of the paragraph or line where you want the column break to appear. Select Insert, Break. From the Break dialog box, select Column Break. Click on OK. To remove column formatting, you need to select the text that has been formatted into multi-columns. Click on the columns icon on the standard toolbar. Move the mouse cursor over the column selection bar to highlight one column and click on it. The formatting reverts to the single column format. Let us now review the use of tables for organizing text objects in columns and rows. Tables have a distinct advantage over the use of tabs. The flow of long textual lines automatically gets formatted within a single cell in the table. They are also easier to use than columns because they can be viewed in the normal view, while columns can be viewed only in the print layout view. The easiest way to create a table is by using the table's icon. You need to position the insertion point where the table is to be inserted. Click on the table's icon on the toolbar. Point the mouse over the grid to highlight the number of rows and columns you require in the tables. Click the mouse once to confirm the selection. If you wish to ignore the table selection, you need to click anywhere outside the table grid area. You can also use the table's dialog box to create a table. This allows you to define many more options in creating the table. To create a table through the table dialog box, you need to position the insertion point where the table is to be inserted. Select Table, Insert Table. Type in the number of columns you want in the Number of Columns text box. Type in the number of rows you want in the Number of Rows text box. You can set the column width by entering a number in the Fixed Column Width box or by using the increment or decrement arrows next to it. Press the Enter key or click on OK to insert the table. There is a lot you can do with the table format and individual cells. For this, you need to know how to select table parts, columns, rows, single cell. To select a column, you need to make the mouse cursor hover over the top border of the column till the cursor changes to a thick downward pointing arrow. Click once to select the entire column. As mentioned, if you click in line with a row in the selection bar area, it selects that row. To select the whole table, you need to ensure that the numlock key is switched off. Press Alt+5 on the numeric keypad. You can also select the whole table by selecting Table, Select Table. To select a single cell or adjacent cells, you need to hold the mouse cursor at the left bottom corner till the mouse cursor becomes a right upward pointing arrow. Click once to select the cell. To extend the selection over the adjacent row or column, drag the mouse in the adjacent cell's direction without releasing the mouse. If you want to see only the table entries without the table boundaries or grid lines, you can switch them off from view. To turn off the table grid lines, you need to select Table, Hide Grid Lines. At times, you may wish to insert some text or object between two rows of a table. This can be done by first inserting a new row between two existing ones. You can insert a row into a table in two ways: by using the shortcut menu, by using the table menu. To insert a row via the shortcut menu, you need to hold the mouse cursor in the selection bar area in line with the row. Click once to select the entire row. Right-click the mouse button once to invoke the shortcut menu. Select Insert Rows. The shortcut menu method by default inserts a row above the current row. To insert a row via the table menu, you need to place the insertion point in the current row. Select Table, Insert. From the Options drop-down list, select Rows Above or Rows Below. You insert a column by the same two methods. To insert a column via the shortcut menu, you need to make the mouse cursor hover over the top border of the column till the cursor changes to a thick downward pointing arrow. Click once to select the entire column. Right-click the mouse button once to invoke the shortcut menu. Select Insert Columns. The shortcut menu method by default inserts column to the left of the current column. To insert a column via the Table menu, you need to place the insertion point in the current column. Select Table, Insert. From the Options drop-down list, select Columns to the left or Columns to the right. To delete a row or column, you need to select the row or column to be deleted. Select Table, Delete. From the Options drop-down list, select rows or columns as you require. You can also delete rows and columns from the shortcut menu. You can also insert rows and columns by using the Tables icon on the toolbar. The moment you select a row or column, the Tables icon changes into an Insert Row or Insert Column icon. Click on it to insert. Word also allows you to merge adjacent cells in a table. You can merge cells in a row or cells in a column to become a single cell. To merge cells, you need to select the adjacent cells that you want to merge, row-wise or column-wise. Select Table, Merge. You can also split a cell into two or more cells. To split a cell, you need to select the cell that you wish to split. Select Table, Split Cells. From the Split Cells dialog box, enter the number of rows or columns you wish to split the cell into. Click on OK or press Enter to confirm. Just as you can split a cell, you can also split an entire table. Word inserts a blank line between the two parts of the table. To split a table, you need to place the insertion point in the row above which you want the blank line to appear. Select Table, Split Table. These are now two separate tables. To fuse two tables into a single table, you need to place the insertion point in the blank line. Press the Delete key. If the Delete key is used on a table selection, it deletes the text entry in the selected cells. To delete an entire table, you have to select the whole table inclusive of a line above and below it, and then press the Delete key to remove the entire table. Generally, tables have text that is left aligned and in the normal font. You can manually change the text alignment and font by selecting the cells and choosing the formatting option. Word also has a variety of predefined table formats called auto-format that you can choose from. To use auto-format, you need to position the insertion point within the table to be auto-formatted. Select Table, Table Auto-Format. In the Table Auto-Format dialog box, you need to define the remaining references. Click on OK to apply the auto-format. The Formats scrollable list gives you various format options to choose from. When you select a format type, you can see the visual effect in the preview window. From the Formats to Apply area, you select the element of auto format you wish to apply. You can further enhance your formatting choices by using the Apply Special Formats to section. Once you have defined everything, click on OK to apply the auto format. Most word processors today have the utility to locate and, if necessary, replace specific text. You can locate all occurrences of Internet Explorer and replace them with MS Internet Explorer. You can also save time while typing by using the replace command. If while typing you have used short forms like IE, you can do a global replacement later on the whole document to replace all occurrences of IE with Microsoft Internet Explorer. MS Word's Find utility helps you to locate text, formats, special characters, and combinations of the same. You can search selected text portions or the whole document. Both Find as well as Replace are available from the Edit menu. Accessing either will open the common dialog box that lets you find, replace, and go to a specific location. The required tab is automatically displayed up front, depending on what your command was. To find text in a document, you need to place the insertion point where you wish to begin the search. Select Edit, Find, or press Ctrl plus F. In the Find and Replace dialog box, click on the Find tab. Click on the More button to access extra search options. In the Find What text box, type in the text you wish to find, the maximum length being 255 characters. Select from a range of fine-tuning search criteria. Match Case searches for the text that has the same combination of upper and lowercase letters as the search criteria. Find Whole Words Only searches for whole words and not for words that occur as a part of a larger word, example the and these. Use Wildcards searches for wildcard characters or special characters. Sounds Like searches for words that phonetically sound similar to the Find What word. Find All Word Forms replaces all forms of the word in the Find What box, with appropriate forms of the word in the Replace With box, for which you need to use the Replace tab. Search defines the direction of the search process. Down searches from the insertion point onwards till the end of the document. Up searches from the insertion point backwards till the beginning of the document. Format searches for text as per the font, paragraph, language or style. Special searches for special characters like endnotes, footnotes, typographic settings, markers, etc. Find Next button moves the insertion point to the next occurrence of the word without closing the dialog box. To continue searching, keep clicking the Find Next button. When the search reaches the end of the document, Word informs you that it has reached the end. To close the dialog box, click on the Cancel, Close button depending on whether the command was used or not. The Replace tab displays another section of the Find and Replace dialog box. Here too, click on the More button to access extra search criteria. You type in the text that is to be found and replaced in the Find What text box. In the Replace With text box, you type the replacement text. The options here are Find Next, to just locate the next occurrence of the Find What word. Replace, to replace the single instance of the word. Replace All, to replace all instances of the word across the entire document. Word informs you when it reaches the document end and also details how many replacements were made. Word allows you to move to any page or element, section, line, endnote, etc. in the current document by using the Go To utility. This is available in the third tab of the Find and Replace dialog box. To invoke Go To, you need to select Edit, Go To, or press F5, or press Ctrl plus G. This opens the Find and Replace dialog box with the Go To tab in front. To use the Go To utility, you need to choose the element you wish to go to from the Go To What section. The element names are self-explanatory. Then enter the element number in the Enter Element Number section. Click on the Go To button. The insertion point gets relocated at the appropriate location in the background while the dialog box remains open. To close the dialog box, click on Close.